Hey guys, it's DuelMasterGram563 here. Today I'm going over a deck profile of the deck that I use on DevPro and Dueling Network, sometimes in regular tournaments as well. This is a variation of a deck that I've done on here before. This deck has changed over the past few years for me, but it's one that I keep using. I'll just get started with the monsters then. You use 3 new Doria. When they destroy a battle, you destroy a monster that your opponent controls. It's a very fun card to use. It's not the strongest, but it's just a way to get over some troublesome cards. Kage to Kage, just the ability to special summon, get some XYZ monsters out pretty fast. It's a real nice card. Tin Goldfish. I just got this card recently. I'm still getting used to it being in this deck, but it's really useful since I have a lot of level 4 monsters in here. Different Dimension Warrior Lady, stronger than Different Dimension Warrior, same effect though. It's just it's a real good card to use. Yeah. Then we got Thunder King Ryo, good way to get around spellbooks. Okay. And then we got Dandelion. Dandelion's a good card, gives you 2 tokens when it's destroyed. It saved my ass a bunch of times. Up next we got Kuriboh and Winged Kuriboh. These two, they are saviors in this deck all the time, save my bacon when I don't get my stronger cards out right away. And then we got Wall of Illusion with Altered Art. Weak attack, but good defense. You have to get a 1900 monster to pretty much beat him, usually. And his ability just to bounce back cards is really nice. Up next we got Wild Heart. Wild Heart is useful for getting around traps. Is once again a good card. I know I'm saying that about all these, but all these cards are good cards. Destiny Hero Defender, 2700 defense. It's a great card. The only issue with it is it lets your opponent +1 every turn, and that's no bueno. Up next, Marshmallow for when I need to stall. Then we got Cyber Dragon, simply because he can be special summoned, good enough beater. It's just, once again, really good card. Got Fossil Tusker, Battle Fader for stalling, Summon Skull, Patrician of Darkness lets me select who my opponent attacks, Nobleman Eater Bug just to get rid of a couple cards, Gores. Gores is going to be really useful, especially now that he's at 2. I feel a lot more people are going to be playing him. Gores is just one of those awesome cards it's going to make people fear attacking you directly. Up next, we got Chaos Sorcerer. Most of the cards in my deck here are dark or light or earth, so he's going to be really useful in here, especially with a lot of these lower monsters. They're going to be destroyed quite a bit, but it's all for the greater good. Then we got Beast King Barbatos. He's a wonderful card to have. Just the ability to summon a 1900 beater when you need to, or if you're able to use as a full effect, just blow up your opponent's field. It's just awesome. Then if they happen to have skill drain, you can use this to pretty much be like, nope, I'm going to use it too. And then up next we got Lava Golem. Lava Golem is the card that helps me get around anything and everything. If my opponent has multiple Drago Sacks on the field, Lava Golem. If he has Big Eye and then he steals one of my monsters, I don't want you having that monster. Lava Golem. Just a great card to use to get around all of these other outrageous new XYZ monsters. It's just a great card to use. Up next, I'm going to go over my spells. We got the 3 staples of any deck: Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, and Heavy Storm. They're just staples, so they're in any deck. As you saw, I ran Winged Kuriboh and Kuriboh, so Flute of Summoning Kuriboh. Just if it's that cutthroat emergency where I need one of them immediately, it's quick play, do that. I can either add a Kuriboh to my hand, use its effect, special summon Winged Kuriboh to use his effect. It's just one of those great cards. I'm not going to show my side deck, but in my side deck I also will run Transcendent Wings or Winged Kuriboh level 10, so this is helpful for that combo as well. Then I got Soul Exchange, also a way to get around some of those more troublesome cards. Just, I'll take your monster, and yeah, we're good for. Akebio Drakmord. Not many people actually seem to know about this card, but it's a great card. It's an equip, and after 2 turns, the equipped monster is destroyed, and Akebio Drakmord will go back to its owner's hand. It's just a really useful card. Then we got Fissure and Smashing Ground. These two cards, they're underrated. Not many people actually use them, but they're so helpful. And because it only destroys one monster, they can't activate cards like Starlight Road just they're two really good cards. And then finally for my spells, I have two MSTs. These guys here are wonderful, especially now that Mirror Force is going to be up at 3. It's going to help save a lot of people. I'm only running a 2. At one point I was running 3, but not many people seem to be running that much back row anymore. So that's just in my personal experience. I'm sure a lot of you have played other games where they're all back row. But yeah. Up next we got Bottomless Trap Hole and Trap Hole. Bottomless is just I would consider it one of the few staple trap cards. You just need a Bottomless. I'm eventually going to switch this Trap Hole for another Bottomless, but I don't have another one at the moment. Up next we got 2 Call of the Haunted. Simply, it's just getting a monster back in dire situations that can be helpful. Then we got D-Prison because it's D-Prison. We got Magic Cylinder because it's a Magic Cylinder. It's a classic. You gotta have it. Sakuretsu Armor just in case. You might notice this trend here. This deck is 90% defense, pretty much, and Scrap Iron Scarecrow is the epitome of that. Scrap Iron Scarecrow is something really nice to use with Lava Golem, so that way even if they do have your when you do summon Lava Golem and they have it in attack mode, you can still stop their attacks. Up next we got Mirror Force. Mirror Force is Mirror Force. See, there's no explanation needed. And then Nightmare Wheel. I use this with Lava Golem most of the time. Lava Golem has that whole backfire of dealing them 1000 damage per turn. This makes it so that they can't change his position, he can't attack, and then they'll take another 500 points of damage. It's just a really useful card. Okay, and this entire deck, that would be about 42 cards now. And now I'm going to go over my extra deck. My extra deck isn't that many cards. I think, it's only 6 cards. So I'll start off with that. Number 39 Utopia with number C39 Utopia Ray. Those two just go hand in hand. They're both pretty useful. Then we got Gemnite Pearl. No effect, but pretty strong. Generic XYZ monster. Wind up Zenmane, not Zenmane, Zenmeister, and Maestro the Symphony Djinn. These two cards are very useful for the whole flipping over cards. They're just fun cards to choose. And then lastly, I just got this card. It's Evil Swarm Nightmare. Very weak attack, but he can be useful in getting around cards like Stardust Dragon or Evil Swarm Ophion. It's just a really nice card to use. That's it for my extra deck. The only other things I keep with me when using this deck are some tokens just in case. I got the 3 from the Legendary Collection 3, the 2 Kribos and the Gores token, and then I have one other token that I use. And yeah, that's usually it for this deck. Sometimes I run a side deck, but at the moment it's all scattered around for different decks. So yeah, thanks for watching.